Scared of getting ripped off when you buy or sell a used car? Don't be. Down at my garage, and after some tips this week, are Robert, who needs help selling his car with wings, Carolyn, who thinks she wants a family car, or does she?
It would be cheaper buying you something like this than getting filed for divorce, I would tell. Get away.
Plus, the fact that this car is dodgy is no accident, or is it? This limited edition Toyota Sierra with gold wing doors is a real head-turner. Robert Drake bought it 18 months ago on the internet, but unfortunately it has to go. Since starting his own business, a second car is a luxury he can do without. He's had no luck selling it so far, so I thought I'd get Robert down to the garage for a masterclass. Hello mate, how you doing?
Yeah, all right.
Now, I've not seen one of these before. Unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, Rob, yes?
Yes. Yep.
Mike, I understand you've got a few problems trying to get this car sold, is that correct?
Yes, I have. Yep.
Right, what can you tell me about it?
It's a concept car that was built in Japan.
So it's on Japanese import?
It's a Japanese import. It was imported into the country about 2 years ago.
What year is it?
It's a 1990.
1990.
Yeah.
Mileage?
It's got 115,000 and
On
it's
the
a
clock?
kilometre clock, yeah.
OK. Have you had it on the market for long?
It's been advertised for about 3 weeks, so...
Any calls, any interest in it?
I've had quite a few calls, but the problems I've been having with people trying to find things like insurance and that sort of thing with it.
Right.
Because it's an import, it's
Right.
not easy to get insurance for.
Nobody's actually come around to see it then?
Nobody's actually come around to see it yet. Everybody that's rung up, I've advised to go and check the insurance before they come down.
Right. Insurance, we'll tackle that later. I'm going to level with you, totally honest. I've
Okay.
never seen one before. So mechanically, I'm sure they're pretty simple because it's Toyota.
Yep.
But one of the problems that I can see almost straight away is these white wheels. It looks like Coco the Clown is
Yep.
just rolled into town. So we need to get them sorted out.
Yep.
Also, a little bit of rust here coming through on a wiper blade. You know, it's the little details that count on a car like this. Let me poke my head inside. I love these gull-wing doors.
They are great.
They're great, aren't they? They work nicely as well.
Yep.
What about, there's a pedal rubber down here that's missing. Have you got that?
I haven't, no.
You haven't? Well, I'm sure we can put a pedal rubber on there.
OK.
On the interior, it's a bit grubby, mate. Looks like you've been having a party in here.
Could do with a clean.
It could do with a clean. We can clean it up, no problem at all. Robert's asking $39.95 for his Toyota Sierra. Now, I've done my own work and it seems a fair price. The Toyota Sierra is a limited edition Japanese import. If you can tell us how many were made to the nearest 1,000, you and a mate can win a track day out speeding around a Grand Prix race circuit. Back to Robert. He's had phone calls, but none have led to viewings. What's he been saying? Listen to this. One of the production team secretly phoned Robert to find out what his phone technique was like. He took it really well. No, really, he did.
Hello?
Hi there, I'm calling about the Toyota Sierra.
Oh, right, yeah.
What kind of mileage is it?
Yeah, it's 115 for those kilometres.
Right, now there's the first problem. When he asked you about the mileage, you hit him straight away with, it's done 115,000 kilometres. When somebody asks you the mileage on your car, you don't say it's done 115,000 kilometres, you say it's done 80,000 miles.
Yeah.
I've got the service history, well, it's not so much the service history, because when they get imported, we lose all the service history backwards from that.
Right, so we've got nothing from before it was in Britain, or...?
No, unfortunately, you won't do with any of the imports.
Right, yet again, it was a negative question, and you give him a negative response. You must turn negative into a positive. And the way to do that, if he says he's got any service history, brush past it. No, it hasn't. It's got no service history because it's Japanese import, but since I've had it in this country, I've got receipts for a service I've had done, I've also had a radiator put in it, and I've got those. Just move past them and move on to the next thing. You learning something here?
Yep.
And insurance? What's it like for the insurance?
Insurance you need to check before you get it. Some companies won't insure them.
They won't?
No.
Right.
Just purely because they're an import.
Big mistake. When they say, is it difficult to insure? You turn the negative into a positive by saying, of course it's not difficult to insure. I've got 5 insurance companies. I can give you the telephone numbers now over the phone. You've just got to say to them, it's got this, it's got that. Insurance is no problem. It's no problem. Why don't you come down and see it and we can talk about it when you're here.
Yeah.
Get them to your door. Robert can refer any potential buyers to this information pack if they start worrying about insurance or parts. Not a bad idea if you're trying to sell something that's a bit unusual. Now, armed with that,
Right.
you've done your job on the phone. You now know what to do there. It's worked because I've turned up your house. I've
Okay.
come to look at your car. Yes?
Yes.
You ready for this?
Okay.
I'm a difficult customer.
Okay.
All right, mate, I've come to see your Toyota Sarah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, innit? What can you tell me about it?
Okay. Well, I can tell you that it's a import from Japan. The running gear is all standard running gear for a Toyota Starlet
yeah.
and a Corolla for the parts.
The Toyota Starlet wing ain't going to fit on their old Corolla, is
No,
it?
it won't. It won't. But you can get hold of the parts. I've just had the front windscreen replaced, which took me 3 days to get it in.
What about all the stuff inside? I mean, is all that work? Air conditioning, electric windows, all of that rubbish?
Everything works on the inside, stereo and everything. The air conditioning needs pumping up. There's a special valve at the front here,
Right.
which I haven't had a chance to do. But you can take it to any air conditioner company.
Negative. Why list off a negative? No. Yes, it's got air conditioning. You don't have to tell them.
Okay.
I know it's a white lie, but you don't need to say, yeah, it's got air conditioning, but it needs gassing up.
Okay.
Let them find that out. And it's no problem when you get under the bonnet to work on one of these, because I like tinkering about with them myself.
No, not at all. You can open up and have a look if you like.
I'll tell you what, you've done such a good sales job, I think I might even pull my checkbook out myself. Well done.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Couple of negatives, just a bit. Let them find it out.
Yeah.
Let them find out what's wrong with the car. Never, ever confess to telling anyone that there's something wrong with your car, if there isn't really. Now, what really lets this car down is its awful wheels. While sorting them out will be one of the biggest jobs, it will make a huge improvement. Once off, the wheels are prepped, given a coat of primer, a coat of silver wheel paint and a coat of lacquer. Total cost, 15 quid. The wiper arms are touched up with £7 worth of black spray paint, and a replacement brake rubber is also only 7 quid. A professional valet, including an upholstery clean, comes in at 50 quid. The total cost for sorting out the Sarah was around £80. Let's hope Rob is happy with our work. Well, there you go, Rob. Look at that, little bit of spit and polish,
Superb. Yeah.
and we've transformed it. But the one thing that strikes me immediately on this car is it looked like a circus had rolled into town when you first turned up, and now it looks like a normal car. The wheels are looking great.
The wheels look superb on it. Yeah.
So how do you feel about it now?
A lot more confident now. Being able to talk about it on the phone and get people down to see it, and then be able to talk about it coherently when people turn up, and because it does look so much better as well.
Good.
You can sort of confidently stand in front of it and sell it now.
Good. What about the price? Now, you've got it advertised for $39.95. How about if I was to, over the phone, offer you, say, £3.5 for the car? What would you say to me?
I'd have to say, if you bought the money down in cash, in your hand, and a little bit more, then we'll talk about it when you get there.
You are going to get this car sold. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Will Robert be able to tempt anyone with his Gullwing car? Find out in part 2. Fancy winning a track day out for 2? Then phone in before the end of the show with the answer to this question. The Toyota Sarah is a limited edition car. How many, to the nearest 1,000, were made in total? Out on the forecourt, I got Carolyn and Mark and their 2 little nippers, Hayley and Murray. Now, Carolyn's coming up to her 40th birthday, and to help her celebrate, her husband Mark thought he'd buy her a new car for a present. The good news is, he's given her 15 grand, but I think that creates a dilemma. Does she buy something practical and sensible for the family, or after 6 years of ferrying the kids around in an old Mondeo estate, treat herself to something? So I've got a few cars out there to show her. I've got a very nice Land Rover Freelander, nice practical car, and one for the family, a Chrysler Voyager. But I've also got something completely different, and it's my gambit. I think it'll spice up her life. It's a Fiat Coupe with a little extra thrown in on the side. Let's see what she thinks. All right then, guys, you looking around my lovely Audi? This is a bit out of your price range, but I have got some cars to show you today. If you'd like to follow me to my first one.
Okay.
Now, the obvious car of choice for you really would be this. You agree? This is a Land Rover Freelander.
Smart looking vehicle.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks possibly very functional for us.
You can scuff up the interior. It's all friendly, durable plastic that wipes clean.
But they don't seem to have the most fantastic reliability record.
No.
What are the problems?
When you take it for a drive, make sure it doesn't jump out of first or second gear.
Okay.
You know, the hydraulic clutch on these starts slipping at around 20,000 miles.
Right.
When the engine's ticking over, you want to listen for a clicking noise. Now, what's interesting is that previous customers of Freelanders all say that they've had problems with them, but they'd still buy another one.
The practicality from a family's point of view would be perfect, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
But I would like to abandon the family, have something else
And just
for
have
me.
something for you. Follow me.
Okay.
This is the closest you'll ever get to buying a front-wheel drive Ferrari for Mondeo money.
Wow, I'm interested.
You are interested. Good. Good. It's a lovely car. The sunroof comes all the way back. They are beautiful inside. They're delicately finished off. I love the sculptured sides. Yeah, not only do they look great, Fiat have actually designed a car and built a car that mechanically is sound as well. Make sure that there's no dings or dents in any of the body
Yes.
panels. The bonnet struts sometimes get worn out where people have been, opening and slamming the bonnet. But I think this is a car that only feels right once you are sitting inside
Oh,
it.
am I going to sit in it
So
then?
why don't you sit inside it?
Perfect.
You like it, do you?
Definitely.
Yeah, you need a nice pair of specs on and there you are, driving round that Scottish hillside.
You begin to sound like a car salesman.
Yeah, I am a car salesman. The really good thing about this deal here is 8,800 quid.
Yeah.
You've got 15 grand to spend. You need something for your business. You've got some money left over. Yes?
All right.
Yeah.
Let me introduce you to the four-wheel drive BMW 525 Touring. Now, this car does everything you need it to do. And you've got the best of both worlds.
What do you think?
Keep her happy, keep him happy. I have got one more car to show you.
Okay.
It may be the best of both of these,
All right.
but you may turn your nose up at it.
Oh dear.
The Chrysler Voyager. The reason I've chosen this car for you is specific, really. It's big, it's
Certainly
brawny.
that, yeah.
It certainly makes a statement when you're driving down the road. You're going to look like the A-Team turning up in this.
My first thought, I don't like it at all. It looks like a great big black hearse.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Have a look
I
inside
may be
here.
wrong,
Let's
may be
go- It's very, very spacious. Yes, no, indifferent.
Yeah, a bit indifferent, I have to say. It seems huge.
Right, what I want you to do is have a really good think, have a family conference about what I've shown you, because I'm going to give you a test drive in one of these cars. So what about the Fiat?
It feels that when I'd be driving down the road in this, that it would be in a different car than all the other boxes that are on the road. It fulfills the sort of I'd like that car because I like it.
Yes, exactly.
And the Land Rover?
I like the fact that I'm up
Uh-huh.
and you can see around, and I think the children jumping in and out of a car, I feel this would stand that wear and tear. Unfortunately, I think probably this one is what we need now.
Which car is it going to be for the test drive? What do you reckon? What's the heart and head saying?
For once in my life, I would like to have something that my head doesn't rule over, and I would like to test drive the Fiat.
You're going to go in the Fiat?
Yes.
Let's go for a drive then. First impressions then, Carolyn, please.
I'll just keep going home to Scotland, I think. This feels very nice. It's exciting.
It is exciting. Look at the smile on your face. You're like a Cheshire cat. But what about him in the back? Is it going to upset him?
No, I think he'll be secretly dead chuffed.
It's funny, you look at these cars on TV programmes and you think, yeah, great car, but, we've got two young kids, wouldn't work. But I'll tell you what, when you actually get in one and you're being driven in it and you see or feel how well it goes, my God, you don't have to get hooked.
Can't you? Do you want to buy me a birthday present, Mark?
Of course I do, my dear. It's cheaper. It would be cheaper buying you something like this than getting filed for divorce, I would.
Oh, get away.
I might marry you, Mark. Hold on. If you're dishing these out. Right then, Carolyn, you've driven the little Fiat. Which one's it to be?
Well, we came looking for the flexibility of the Freelander. Given our circumstances, we thought that would be our ideal car. But having driven the little Fiat, which I really like, I'm not so sure now. And it's kind of opened up my eyes to a few other possibilities that we perhaps need to look at.
What it is, the Fiat does appeal to the frivolous side of our nature, and I think maybe we ought to start thinking a bit more about ourselves and what we want out of life as well. And we really, the fun element really appealed to us.
Right, well, good luck. Hope you find the car that you're looking for and let me know.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
In the end, Carolyn's heart won the battle and she bought a nippy little Hyundai Coupe. Not much room for the kids, but hey, it's fun to drive. If you can't decide what car to buy, check out the classified section on 4car.co.uk for inspiration. In part 2, accidents will happen, but can our car enthusiasts spot the signs? And Robert drives a Toyota Serra, but can you tell us to the nearest 1,000 how many were made? Call the competition line with your answer and you could win a track day for 2.
There's only one way to get your hands on a limited edition Charlatans CD, featuring songs from their last album, their forthcoming album Wonderland released on Monday, and an exclusive live track. Cut out the voucher in tomorrow's Daily Telegraph. The Daily Telegraph, music to a T.
I've had the privilege and saved pounds on my motor insurance.
I've had the privilege and got a great deal on breakdown cover.
I've had the privilege with free 24-hour accident recovery.
I've had the privilege and pay by instalments.
Paying over £300 for motor insurance. It's time you had the privilege. Call 0845 246 0077 or buy online at privilege.com. You could save pounds.
Get Britain's best-selling MPV for 11,980 with air conditioning. The Citroën Zara Picasso. Free your mind.
Moody, angry, sexist, egomaniacs. Meet the top 10 TV hard men. Saturday, 9:05 on 4.
Earlier, I asked you how many Toyota Serras to the nearest 1,000 were made. Call with your answer and you could be racing a friend around the Grand Prix circuit at Donington. The lines are open for another 8 minutes. Plus, log on to find out how to win a nearly new Golf, the most popular used car according to the latest Auto Trader trim report. When is a bargain not a bargain? When it's been in an accident, of course. Each year, around 200,000 vehicles that have been in an accident are put back on the road. And if you buy one without realising it, you may find yourself seriously out of pocket. It's not that they're necessarily dangerous. In fact, some accident-damaged cars can be expertly repaired to the same standard and level of safety as a new car. It's just that a car that's been in an accident is never going to be as desirable as a car that hasn't. So if you pay full whack for a motor without realising that it's been in a shunt, then you could be in for a nasty shock when you realise that it's only worth a fraction of what you paid for it. As an experiment, I got a couple of customers who reckon they know a thing or two about used cars. So let's see if they can spot that this Sierra Cosworth has been in an accident and very badly repaired. And because of that, it's worth around £3,000 less than its sticker price. Right then, lads, out you come.
Hi, Mike.
Neil.
All right there?
How are you?
Very well, very well.
Nice to meet you.
Now, Neil, what do you know about cars?
Well, I know the good end of one from the bad end of another, really.
Which is good enough. How about you, Craig?
More comfortable with the outside and the interior. Under the bonnet, it's a bit of a mystery, to be fair.
Right, well, I've got a nice little car here for you to have a look at. What I want you to do is have a good look round it and tell me if you think it's worth the price, really.
So
yeah.
OK, let's get
I'll
stuck
leave you
in.
to it.
All right, then.
Have a look at the price first. £6,500.
£6.5 on an H.
Right. Look at all that. There's a load of rust under the door.
Yeah. Oh, I noticed that.
You know, it is an H-reg, but...
This car is covered with all the subtle but telltale signs of a major crash. And if you spot one or two bodgy repairs, the others should become blindingly obvious. But will these two lads be able to see past the superficial good looks of this accident-damaged Cosworth?
Checking to see if there's any filler anywhere on the... where it goes rusty around the wheel arches and stuff.
Also, there's the old seam joins. Looking for where that's up a bit there on that side. Just look, that's just up a fraction.
Yeah, it is. It's not a very good match.
Just in case, that's low, so there is a slight twist in the bonnet.
Well, round one to Craig and Neil then. They've spotted the panel gaps are misaligned at the front, a telltale sign that this car's been in a serious shunt. Now, normally, if you find dodgy gaps like this, you should look around for more. But instead, these two lads are letting the desirability of what is really quite a sporty little motor cloud their judgment. Their first mistake, letting their hearts rule their heads. Yeah. But it sounds absolutely lovely, this car. Let's start it up for you if you like.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Start it up, yeah.
Here we go. Any blue smoke?
Nothing coming out the exhaust, no.
Coming out the exhaust.
I mean, it sounds good.
What's it saying to you? Is it saying anything in a minute?
Well, immediately, to me,
It's
for the money,
Yeah.
I think it's saying yes at this stage. But then...
You're a brave man.
Knowing you, I think there's definitely something huge we may have...
What do you mean, knowing me? Will Neil change his mind when he looks in the boot where there's one of the biggest giveaways of all? Is there anything wrong in the floor? Can you see anything wrong here? Any untoward weld marks or...?
I think it would. I think what I'd be looking for, say there was rear-end damage.
Yeah.
You might see perhaps some of the wax coating, the black paint,
Yeah.
where stuff's been doshed over where the weld's been done. To me, it looks good.
It does.
It does look really good.
No, they both missed the hammer marks in the boot floor where the bodywork was beaten back into shape after the accident. If I was a dodgy geezer, I reckon I could shift a lot of my stock onto these two. Right, so you've had long enough. Look, he's still trying to spot stuff.
Just having one
Come
last
on,
check.
stop
All right,
you.
all right, all right.
Now, would any of you buy this car off me for £6.5 grand?
Well, looking at it, I think I'd probably negotiate around a 500 quidder.
So you'd spend £6 grand on it, which is fair enough. Craig?
I wouldn't buy it because of the reputation of these cars, and the alarm bells are ringing, but I don't really know why.
So if you was to put your finger on one thing that you think could be wrong with this car, what would you say it is?
Well, again, reputation, I'd probably say it was stolen.
Right, so you give me £6 grand for it. You think it's been stolen, recovered. You would have lost your money, and you're wrong. Because this car is actually a very bad accident repair, and you missed some glaringly obvious signs. I'm going to show you what they are. Follow me down to the boot. If you look here, what's all this?
Oh, yeah, hammering.
Hammer marks. And yet you was well in there, and you failed to spot big hammer marks. Yeah, down the side here, none of you stood back and looked at this huge panel gap. Look at the size of it. Look, I've got a pound here in my hand. If I put the pound in, look, I can wiggle it around. As I slide it down the gap, it gets gripped by the door nicely. It's a big V.
See,
How could you...
This is your side, mate.
And a really simple test for you to do in the future. If you look at the gap between the wheel and the wing on this car, if I put my 3 fingers in there, I could almost get a full finger in there.
Well, I did see that. I just thought there was a big mud flap missing, that's all.
Well, follow my 3 fingers around the other side of the car, and they don't fit in. That's where all the underneath, track rod ends and whatever, are bent out of shape. So there you go, guys, a car that's got obvious signs of a bad accident repair on it, and you would have just lost some of your money. I've just pointed out some of the more obvious indicators of a damaged repaired motor, but there are more. Here, the paintwork's slightly rippled, and under the door handle you can see where the filler has been badly sanded down. There's also so much filler on this front wing that the magnet won't even stick to it. Apart from all that though, structurally this motor's sound. It's just not worth as much as a clean car. Not so easy, was it? And even more worrying when you realise that in car data checks, 1 in 8 cars turns out to be a write-off. If you buy from a dealer, then you should have some legal comeback. But if you buy privately, then you may well be stuck with it. It's always a good idea to run a car history check or to get a vehicle inspection. But before you put your hand in your pocket, use your loaf and remember the tips I've shown you today. This is a Toyota Serra, but how many do you think were made to the nearest 1,000? Phone in and you could win a track day for 2. Lines are open for another 2 minutes. It's off to Hertfordshire, where Robert Drake's Toyota Serra has been the victim of vandalism. It's been keyed by some mindless idiot. Typically, the day after this happens, a prospective buyer in the shape of Anthony Davis turns up to view the car with his mate. Undeterred by the scratch, Robert launches into his sales technique.
Because they're a little bit unusual, it's nice for you to have a bit of information about them, and it'll tell you about where they came from, how many of them were made. Yeah. In fact, they won design awards. You're welcome to.
Good boy, that's me information pack being put to maximum use. Good work. Now, what about those features?
But as you change the functions of the stereo at the front, the speakers actually either bounce off the back window or they point to at least actually change angle. It's got air conditioning in it, and the air conditioning fan is there. One thing I would say about it is these light clusters on the front, when you do put them on high beam, believe me, they're high beam.
Robert's doing lots of things well. He's steering clear of the negatives and concentrating on the positives.
Lights, and then those are the high beam lights. Right. It's bloody lights.
The test drive goes well. He's playing it cool, but Tony is definitely interested in the Serra. He gives it some serious thought and has a chat with his mate, and then it's time to talk money. Robert wants £3,995.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very well aware of the price of them, and I think this is, for the condition, for the fact it's a manual, which is very different, it represents a really good price. All you've got to do is go and get the cash and give it to me.
No soft sell here. Robert has the situation firmly under control. After going through the documents, a final word about the price from our master salesman.
Let's be honest with you guys. If you came round here tomorrow with £3,600 cash, you could take it away. That's honest.
Whoa, Tony really wants the car, but it all hinges on a bank loan. Unfortunately, though, the loan and the sale don't happen. But with Robert's new and improved selling techniques, I reckon there's a sale just around the corner. Earlier, I asked you how many Toyota Ceras were made to the nearest 1,000. Log on to 4Car after the show to find out if you've won.
As Max just said, for all your motoring needs and to search our brand new shopping section, visit 4car.co.uk. Tomorrow night, a frank documentary about soccer sensation turned movie star Vinnie Jones, 10:40. Next tonight, there was young Harry teeters on the edge. Jackie's bad day's about to get worse in Brookside.